Awesome. What about now? Is there audio now? Tell me if there's audio now, because that's just screwed up that whole beginning. Um, Tell me if there's audio now. If not, then we'll go. What about now, Devin? DB, is there audio? Audio DB? Okay, guess I'll do it the other way. Um, okay, cool. All right, so like I was saying earlier, with, the 1920s film, yeah, I did for some reason, uh, audio capture input 2 was on and the other one was muted. I don't know why. But like I was saying, there's stuff going on in tech, but I haven't had time to actually keep up with it. I know Steam come out with a new console, and I haven't really, from what I've looked at it and seen of it, there's too much stuff going around for me to just start blurting out what other people says. So instead of throwing my 2 cents in the ring without doing any kind of research myself, I'm not going to even bother talking about it because what's the point? Um, so yeah, things been busy around here. So I haven't, I mean, I've been able to throw a video together, and that was, I don't even know what to call that build yet, but it was kind of interesting to see. The i3 I got on that little auction for $55, and then I found a case that Lee and Lee 205 case, that Landcool case for $30. Pardon me, guys. I'm sorry. That's what I get for eating before I come on. But as far as tech's concerned, I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff going on out there. I just haven't had time to even look. And last week I didn't come on for the fact that I didn't really have anything to talk about, for the fact that I haven't had time to actually look at anything. And to be honest with you, this week's almost the same way. I just, we're in the summer months. We're busy at work, and so there's, what little time I'm trying to gather, I'm doing videos instead of doing research. So, I mean, I think the videos is the big goal for this channel, and, research for tech that's here as well, but it's just finding the balance is all. We did go to that $5 bin sale today, but unfortunately they didn't get a truck in. I was actually going to do a whole video on that particular crusade as well, just the steps on, I mean, I did a video with me in the car saying, hey, we're going, and I got there, and I was, we got our tickets. I was just showing you the process, and then I walked in. We got a video of the whole store, but they didn't get a shipment in, so therefore it was really bare. There's a new place in town too, so that was like, I talk about that's the $5 bin sale, and there's a new place in town that's copying it. Well, I was telling my wife, when people start copying your ideas, don't take that as an insult. Take that as a compliment, because apparently it's doing something right, But they're not doing. I mean, I'm gonna give them guys a chance. I was telling my wife, I feel like I'm cheating on that other place because we just, we've been loyal to them. They've given me a bunch of deals. I mean, I built that computer right there with half the parts I bought from them. The power supply for $8, the processor for 55, the case for 30. All the other stuff I either bought on Amazon resale or picked up with other parts, and they just, because like that RAM I bought, so I bought that RAM that went in there. I bought the Tomahawk Max. You saw that on the test bench build. That and that 3600 processor. I bought all three of those for $300. Now, mind you, that RAM's like $80 RAM, you know. So and that processor's, I think I saw it on Micro Center for like 230, 240, and then that motherboard's about $80 to $100. So I can't say I spent $100 on that RAM when the processor is actually worth a lot more than whatever I paid for it. So I mean, it's still for $312. You know, with buying the GT710 brand new, and you know, I actually got like $10 off of that Samsung Evo, that SSD that's in there, you know, for $50. I mean, you know, 'cause I think they're like 55 to $60, but I mean, still, you know, it's all about getting the deals and putting a computer together that works. Now, I don't know if you guys watched that video. If you have, great. If you haven't, well, I suggest you do so. But in the video, you'll see it's almost like a tearing or what have you in the actual screen. There's lines going through. You can really see it in Fortnite. Well, on the monitor itself. Now mind you, I said 720 on the video, but I actually played it in 1080. But on the monitor itself, I don't have that line. It's whenever I went into OBS, because I captured it from that computer to midlife over here. For some reason, it gave me that line during gameplay, and I don't know if it was just for the fact. I believe it's probably just the processing of the video on that GT710, you know, trying to correlate with OBS over here. I did try to record the gameplay on OBS on that computer, but the GT710 just wasn't enough. I mean, there's only 2 gigs, so it just wasn't enough to run the game and OBS at the same time. Now, OBS runs, you know, a good deal on the CPU, yes. However, it does do all the video encoding as well on the graphics card. So therefore, you know, 200 plus. Well, do me a favor, DB, since you're the oldest guy in here. Do me a favor, look on Micro Center and see how much that. I'm not talking about the i3 200 plus on. Yeah, the 200 plus. Oh, the i3. That's. Look on Amazon real quick and see how much that is. I lost my train of thought now that you said that. What is that? The 9100 I got right. I think it was like 179 or something. Yeah, it's 187. 187 on Amazon. 158 and 187 on Amazon. Give or take. So, but I was talking about the Ryzen 3600 is about $230. Yeah, Will's in the house. Yeah, 206. I hit 206 today, Will. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been a journey. So what was I getting at on? Oh, the lines. So you know that computer though for $312, you know, it's not bad. And I got a buddy that watched that video yesterday, and he messaged me. He's actually the one I got the B450, the RAM, and the 3600 from. He said he's got a GT 660, which is only 2 gigs, but it's a lot higher clock speed than the GT 710 that he's just going to give me. So when I get a hold of that, I'll probably take that 710 out of there, and we'll throw that 660 in there, and I'll probably end up doing a video on just a side-by-side comparison on the 660 and the GT 710. I mean, yeah, we're talking about 2 old cards, but you know, it's 2 old cards that I can get a hold of, and to be honest with you, I texted my brother-in-law today. You know, Dawood just did a video 2 days ago with the GT 710. He bought a used computer with the GT 710 in it, and then I didn't get to watch the next one. He actually posted up one with the 3080 versus the 710 on that same computer. So you know there's gonna be a bottleneck somewhere in there. And I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I just thought it was really cool that he put out a video around the same time I put out a video with a computer build with the GT710 in it. You know, that tells me that I'm on the same page as these big channels that, you know, that are out there, and I'm just a little bitty ant just racing around trying to not get stepped on, you know. So, but that computer, I ran Cinebench and I ran Heaven both on this computer, and I may end up just go ahead and running it again on here, maybe on the live stream, just to show you guys what I got on it. That Heaven, man, it took forever, and when I ran Heaven on it, I ran it on 720. I didn't run it on 1080. But I for one, I build these computers minus midlife, and then we did the upgrade on Gramps. You know, some of these lower end computers, I'm kind of trying to show that you don't need a 3600 just to do your basic gaming. You don't need all this stuff. Now, if you want to get into all this streaming stuff, like I'm doing here, but like the gaming, and that's what people are wanting to do, this Twitch or live stream on YouTube or what have you. Yes, you're going to need a bigger processor, but at the same time, like I've got young kids in the house, so like Marcus and RJ, you know, the two that are left at home, you know, they're not interested in live streaming their gameplay on Twitch or YouTube or what have you. They're more into just wanting to play the game, right? And you don't need to go out and spend $1,200-$1,300 on a game system. And to be honest with you, the ray tracing to me I'm not going to say it's a gimmick, but there's so few titles out there that actually utilize ray tracing, unless you're doing stuff like content creating or whatnot. It's really, and utilizing the tensor cores and all this other stuff, you're not really going to be utilizing, especially kids that age. So, you know, honestly, even the lower end, the 2060 cards and the 1050s and the 1650 cards, they're far powerful enough to play the games these kids want to play, you know. And that's where I'm at with it. It's like, you know, yeah, I was able to get a hold of parts cheap, and they're out there, you can find them. I mean, I did. You know, the biggest problem is graphics cards right now. At Micro Center, I looked today, they wanted for a 1050 Ti, they had 6 of them up there down there, and they want like $270, and that's just insane. That to me, that's insane. That's $100 to $125, and I'm giving that a best case scenario card. You know, that shouldn't be $200 something. So everybody's talking about GPU prices are going down and whatnot, and I want to tell you right now, you're not going to see, in the States at least, in the States, you're not going to see GPU prices go down until either late November into December and possibly into January, depending on how some of this stuff goes. Because to me, the trend I'm seeing is still, you know, we're all talking about this stuff, and Chris, my brother-in-law, brought up a good point. It's overseas that it's going down, which is because China disbanded the crypto mining, you know, especially Bitcoin. So, you know, that's why that stuff's starting to go down over there. And you'll see videos. It's crazy. You'll see videos that are just posted, you know, not even 4 days ago, where, you know, their shelves are stocked with the 3000 series cards, and it's just it just doesn't, you know, I don't know. You know, and we're over here, they're over there, and that's where they're made. So therefore, their stocks are shelves, their stocks are shelves. Their shelves are stocked, and it's just one of those things. You know, you know, we're just gonna have to sit here and wait. Buckle down. Was it 2014 we went through all this stuff? It'll level out. It'll change, and then everybody will forget about it and do all that fun jazz. So it just, you know, I don't regret starting the YouTube channel, but I probably could have picked a better time to do so, maybe 2, 3 years ago. But it is what it is, and this is where we're at. And like Will pointed out today, I'm over 200 subs, which is just completely amazing to me at all that I've got 206 subs, let alone, you know. So I'm heading in the right direction. Stuff's starting to look good. Stuff. I mean, it's a learning experience. And you know what? I am not disappointed over 206 subs, even after a year. Because honestly, you need that time to learn all this stuff. It's just it's one of those learning curve things. I will tell you, I think and I feel that I've gotten a lot better in front of the camera. I think I've gotten a lot better at sound and audio and video quality, my editing. I guess I'm still trying to find, you can really see it in my intros. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've changed intros, and I may just do a montage of all the intros I've had in the last year, but it's just, I'm having a hard time figuring out which one, and I'll be honest with you, my goal was that by this time, when I was talking at this time last year, I was thinking, this time next year, which is now, I wouldn't say I'd be fluent in Blender, but I just haven't had time to go in there and completely learn that program. And honestly, it would take you a few years to learn everything about Blender anyway, but just the basics. And I've been looking to doing an intro in Blender, just a small little intro on there, and it's time consuming, and I wish I had more of it to do so, but I'll get it there eventually. Yeah, Excel, I mean, 200 is kind of bad to the bone, but I'm trying not to swear on my channel. There was one video I said the F word, and I didn't even realize it even through the editing phase, and it's there, and I figured I'll just keep it as a reminder. But yeah, I'm excited. And I'm averaging, 1 to 2 a day now. I'm ecstatic about it. It's like, I don't get me wrong. There's that little part of me that wants to get monetized so bad, but at the same time, it's like, when I do, then what? Then stuff gets real. So I think I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing. I have my many fans. I've got the people I know that's been with me from the beginning, and I've got the new people here that's just cheering me on. I see it, you know. So, and for everybody, I'm grateful on it. I really am. I mean, I'm humbled that people even want to watch the stuff that I put out. I mean, I'm not. If you guys, I know you're supposed to follow trends, and I don't mind following trends and doing all that stuff. But sometimes a lot of times do I'll do videos on tech that I'm into. And if you're into it, that's great. But the other aspect of it is that, when I do that, perhaps that's something that you didn't know or didn't know that you'd be into, and then I introduce it to you, and then you're into it as well, and then that's good for everybody. And like the Atari stuff. I mean, it's just showing my age on the Atari stuff, but that's what we grew up playing. Pong and ColecoVision and television and Atari and then Nintendo and then Sega and then Dreamcast, and that's a name from the past. TurboGrafx 16. I mean, that's the stuff I grew up playing, but I understand the whole other stuff as well, you know. So I'd say something. I think I'm so proud and happy every time. Thanks, Excelment. Yeah, I'm excited too about it. What do you say, Will? Keep going. People don't realize the steep learning curve to start a YouTube. Yeah, and you're right. And if anybody here that's watching knows it's you, Will. I mean, I was looking. I was looking at your channel the other day on oh, what is that? Oh shoot, I can't. I go to it all the time. What the heck's it called? Anyway, it shows all our stats. You know, you were averaging almost like 10 subs a day, but I was looking at at your video count, and I'm like, am I pushing out too much? Because my video count's almost up there with yours, and you've been on here a little bit longer than I have. You've got me by about 8 months to a year, I think. And I don't know if I'm pushing out too much, but here's the thing. I'm pushing out what I feel comfortable with. And I told you guys at the beginning of my 1 year anniversary that I'm trying to make them better. So therefore, if you don't see one on a timely manner, I mean, I've been doing videos on Wednesdays, getting one out on Wednesday night to Thursday morning. However, it's just I've been lucky on it. I'm going to film one tomorrow. I'm really excited about the one I'm filming tomorrow, and I still got to film the third installment of the Atari one as well. So I've mentioned that too. That I've got plenty of content here. I've got plenty of ideas. That Ring doorbell, that Ring doorbell is just I'm and I think I've gotten like one sub off of that, but I've got plenty of views. And to be honest with you, right now, the views are more important to me than the subs, just for the fact that my content's getting out there. Because as soon as, the more views, the more odds and chances you're going to get of getting subs. So they'll get there. It's just a matter of time. I'm looking at views and hours more than I am subs. I mean, the subs are great, So subs means that people are watching to stay versus just watching, right? So, and I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I should do a live show and start doing live shows, but I'll be honest with you, and there's a lot of YouTube specialists out there that talk about don't do these 3 steps, don't do these 4 things that beginner YouTubes do, when starting the YouTube channel. And one of them had said, don't do live shows. Well, I'll be honest with you. Here's the thing with live shows, and I'll argue that to a point. Right now I have 5 people watching. There's been 10 people that come in here and left. I mean, come and gone or what have you. There's 5 people watching. I'll be honest. It's a lot easier to talk to 5 people than it is to 0. 'Cause at least I know they're watching, right? But on the other hand, too, I try to keep this thing at about an hour or whatnot. And, for each one of those people watching, that's 5 hours that tack on to my watch time. I mean, 5 hours to get to 4,000 for all, the main goal to what you're striving for. But here's the other thing and this is more true than anything else that I've said about doing the live show. It's comfort. It's understanding the comfort level, learning the comfort level in front of the computer. I'm not talking. I'm talking to people, but I'm not, having a conversation per se. We are, but we aren't. Um, yeah, my lucky hat. You like my lucky hat? But it's to me, I think this is part of the growth. I'll be honest. I really enjoyed when Will came on that one time when we did a live show with him. I know he is super. I know, and if you're still watching, Will, I know you're super busy. I would love to have you back on again at some point. Sweet and fun one. I'm always proud of you, no matter what happens. Yeah, that's sweet and fun. That's my wife up there. She's watching. I thank you for watching. Thank you all for the support. But that was fun having Will on. I mean, I honestly didn't want to get off because I mean the conversation having Will on that was a blast. Just talking computers and 2 guys talking about stuff they enjoy and people watching. So and I understand Will's a busy guy. He's doing his thing on YouTube, and then he's also has a new job that he's doing. So no fault to him. I mean, one day we'll get back together on a live show or whatnot, and it'll work all out. So I didn't expect to do all this whenever, because the title says I'll think of something again. Because I mean, I did this a few weeks ago, and it ended up turning into a decent show. And I don't know if it was just I didn't know what to talk about. Like I said, we went to the $5 bin sale today, and it wasn't nothing. I was really wanting to do, what did I get for $5 at the $5 bin sale? That kind of. So I did get 5, and they're sitting over there, so I can't even get up and get them. But I got 5 for some reason because they were $6 a piece, so I couldn't pass them up. But I got so. I did the ring. That's what I was getting at. The Ring doorbell. I did the video, and it's got tons of views on. Right. Well, they had 5 of these Energizer Rabbit. The battery. Well, everybody's getting into these these camera doorbell fads or whatnot. They had 5 of them sitting there, and I got 5 of them for $6 a piece. So I mean, if anything, I might just do a giveaway, give one away, and I'm going to do a video on one. But the way that they're set up, I'm going to have to disconnect my ring and hook all them up to do that, and then hook my ring back up. But I mean, it's content to do a video on, and them cameras seem to get views. So hey, why not? But I may grab one that's in decent shape. At least the box is in decent shape. They're all in good shape. But I may just end up doing a giveaway or whatnot. So what's Devin say? Talking tech with others is always fun. Plus, there's always something to learn. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm going to be the first. I'll be completely brutally honest with you. I know I'm a tech channel. And I started this tech channel over a year ago because I love tech. I'm going to be the first to tell you I do not know everything, and I'm going to be the first to tell you I will never know everything. Okay, there will be always things that I learn, and things that that I find out. And at any point in time, if I make a mistake, do not be shy to correct me. Because I'll be honest, I'll be the first to say, you know what, I screwed up. I didn't realize all that. And I've caught myself later on going, oh man, that was just completely wrong. But just, I'm not going to sit here and be willy-nilly and say, I know everything. So, Mom said you can do the ring at her house. You don't have to disconnect ours. Hey, I can do that, and I'll just give her one of these. I mean, it's not a ring; it's a knockoff one. But I mean, I'll do one at her house. There's 5 of them sitting over there. We'll put one. We'll put one of these at her house. We'll do a video over there. Put one in theirs. There you go. That works for me. Cool beans. But I will set one aside and maybe give one away. I mean, the giveaways are giveaways. So, but I mean, I've got 5 of them, so it's not that big of a deal. And like I said, it's, they're, but I want to make sure that they work before I give them away. I'm not going to give away stuff that don't work. I think they're $50. They're $50 on Amazon, brand new. So, but yeah, I'm pretty content and happy with the way things are going here. There are days that I wish stuff would go faster, but that's just part of it. There's still stuff that I'm not happy with that I don't. It's not that I'm not happy with it. I'm still learning, and I try to incorporate stuff that I've learned into videos, whether it be software or hardware or something or other, but I don't know if you guys watched that video. I've been watching a lot of these guys do these cheap streaming setups. $200 streaming setup. That's not bad. I'm going to try to do one for under 20 bucks, and it's not including the computer now, okay? Not including the computer. So, but when I do that, I think, because I've got that 011 Dynamic Mini that I'm going to put pretty much with a security build in 3600. And then I'm gonna put the 1650 that's in here along with the 2080 Ti. I'm gonna take that 1650 out and put it in that computer and use that computer to stream with. But what I'm gonna do is probably just take that computer when it gets built, put together a streaming a streaming blows in my mind here, a streaming setup for under $20 using that computer. So I think I think it'll be cool. You know, there's, like I said, there's guys out there that are doing these cheap streaming computers, and I've got two. Oh, 1080 webcams. So I bought these at the $5 bin sale last Saturday when I went in there to pick up some other stuff, and I bought those. So those were $5. So, and like I was telling you, I got the Fi-Fine, and Will, if you're still here, you'll like that. Got the Fi-Fine. That was on that auction. It's a lower end model than the one that you did a video on, Will, but I bought that on one of their auctions for $11. So, and I talked about that in that video for that one. I haven't named that one. I tell you what, let's do a contest. We'll do a contest. You know, give you guys that are watching, I'm going to give this 3 weeks. Comment on that video on naming that, and we'll pick out a name for that cheap build right there, because you know we're all about naming things, you know, around here. So might as well. You got Gramps, Midlife, you know. I don't know. I'm gonna probably call the security system the Watcher. That's you know, debatable, but we'll see what happens on that. So we gotta name this one here, you know, the cheap build, you know, the Fortnite build, something. So give me your ideas, guys, and we'll look at that. But you know, that's 11.5. That's $16, and everybody knows I get these headphones cheap. You know, like these, I got cheap. So, you know, basically, you know, all you're gonna need is your mic, your headphones, and your webcam, and you got a streaming setup. You know, El Cheapo is right. El Cheapo is right, and you know, I think people appreciate. I wish everybody had access to stuff that we have here in our community. You know, it was just fortunate enough that we have somebody just right up the road that does this week in and week out. So, what, blinker peeker? I can't read that, Devin. I'm sorry. Oh, the security build? Blinker peeker. I don't know what I'm gonna name the security build. You know, I like the Watcher. We'll name it something. We'll name it something. We'll figure out something on it. I really want. I would honestly like to build that live on a live show. I really would like to build that live on a live show, but in order for me to do that, I'd have to configure some of these monitors in a way and build it over there on the couch and the coffee table. But I'd have to take out the 1650, and I really don't know if I'm going to want to do that or not. I haven't decided. That's in the weeks to come. I got new fans for Midlife a month and a half ago, and I still haven't been able to put those fans in there yet. So it's no, I wasn't lying. I've told you I've got content out the wazoo, and so I'm not running shy on that whatsoever. So I'm and I want to do more with this Atari stuff. I uh, yeah, it hasn't taken off. Well, I wasn't expecting it to really take off. I think it's going to be one of those videos that slowly get traction. Wife's build, she's at 200 and something views on that one, and I thought for sure there'd be more on that one, but you don't know, And what kills me is my most watched video with like 11,000 views is the Fantex vertical mount that has crappy audio, crappy video, and it's like almost 30 minutes long, and it's got 11,000 views. So, I mean, how do you want to get better, but at the same time, one of your most crappiest videos with the audio and the this and the that and the length and all that has the most views. And I think that's more because it's a Fantex vertical mount, and there ain't very many videos on the Fantex vertical mount, and that's why it's gotten what it's gotten. But and I've tried other mounts as well. We've seen them with the Lee and Lee mounts that I've gotten, and then I talked about the vertical mounts with the Mini that they won't. No, none of those vertical mounts will work with the Mini because it's got a special mount that you actually have to buy for that particular case. And I think there might be, I don't know. There was a couple. I don't know if it's even hit 100 yet. Um, on those. Let's see here. Like the vertical. I did the vertical mount after that. There it is. So that one's only got 48 views with that Lee and Lee and the vertical mount thing. That install the Ring doorbell has got 1489. I mean, that's just insane. And then like Wife's build, what kills me is that like she's got 312 views on that. That's great. And what kills me, so you know, I named that one short video Wife's temp setup. Living Dynamic Snow. That thing's got 192 views, and I'm absolutely sure that people have gone in there thinking it was about the temperature, not the temporary setup. So that's kind of funny how that worked out. But with that build, even with doing the CNC mill stuff with Wonder Woman and the acrylic and whatnot going in there, and that's only got 105 views on that one. But the what kills me with that build, because I did like 3 videos on that one particular build, three or 4 videos just surrounding that build alone, and the installation of that wireless card that I bought for that gigabyte wireless card. What was that? Where is it? It was like, yeah, install the Oris wireless PCIe 1X quick and easy. It's got 593 views on that thing. It's just it's amazing to me how some of these go and some of these don't, and that's fine. Still good 10 fans. But it's getting parched. But yeah, it's I tried to go watch some of my older videos, and I can't. So here's the thing: if you guys are looking at starting a YouTube channel, my advice, and I think a lot of these YouTubers will tell you, even the ones that are coaching people on it, just push record, and pushing record's the easy part. Upload, press upload, because pardon me, anybody can push record, make a video. It's putting yourself out there. And I've always been that personality where I don't care about what other people think about me. And I wouldn't say that's entirely true, but for the most part, all the way around, that's just how I've been. I mean, certainly I care about I care what people think, but at the same time, not enough to make it ruin my life. So in my mind, if you didn't like me, you're not gonna watch. If you, in my mind, you didn't like me, we're not gonna be friends. I don't. It's not gonna be no skin off of my back. But I just, you got to have a mentality of just do it, go with it, and have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun with it, what's the point? At at the end of the day, you got to be happy with you, and that's all that's going to have to matter. It's great that you have the support that you have. You just surround yourself with that support, and you go on. So I wasn't expecting this show to be this kind of a show. I'll probably end up changing the title either tonight or tomorrow after I'm done. Just for the fact that I didn't know what I was going to come down here and talk about. I'll be honest with you, I was going to sit here and maybe jack around with the new build, and I've actually got it set up to where I can stream to it and all that, and I was going to do all that, but we kind of got, it kind of morphed into this, so I got no problems with it. Sometimes that's that's the best way. It's unscripted, which is always unscripted. I don't know what I'm going to say. I just know the topic I'm going to talk about. But in these two cases, I didn't have a topic, and I don't even remember what I talked about in the other one that I said I'll think of something again. So, but maybe I just might keep that title up. I don't know. But either way, so. Man, I appreciate you guys watching. It's 43 minutes in. I know I always keep an hour, but I'll be honest, I'm ecstatic that I've been able to talk for 43 minutes and kept at least four people average at a time, entertained and focused on the on the show. So, do me a favor, go back to that video and that build, and throw a comment down there and tell me your ideas of the name, what we should name them. Like I said, I'm gonna get that GT660 and I'm gonna put it in there, and that's probably gonna go in there permanently versus that GT710. And hey, that's free. And that was, what did I say, $69 or whatnot? So minus 69 from 312, and all of a sudden we got a really cheap computer. Really cheap computer. So that's going to be even better. So, but I'm going to probably do a comparison of the GT710 versus the 660. They're older cards. But, why not? Let's have some fun with it. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys for your support. All my new subs, all my old subs, all my subs, period. Tell your friends about it. Share and like. Get your word out that I'm here. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. The one plan I had is going to get pushed off a little bit until I get this Atari stuff going again. So, but anyway, I'm losing my mind here, losing my track. So, anyway, be kind to each other. I know what I'm going to do. Shoot, I'm sorry. So, and I'm going to foul this up. I don't know why I'm going to foul this up, but I'm going to foul this up if I don't get this right. hold on. So you guys all know the Olympics are going on and whatnot. And, uh, there's, and I don't know if you guys have been keeping track of it, but there's this girl, this woman named, Deanna Price. Okay, she throws a hammer, and I guess during her qualifications, she pretty much broke, I believe, the U.S. record or whatnot just during the qualifications to go on to the Olympics, and she's gonna be playing next Saturday. I gotta find out what the time is, but like the other one that I did, last week with or 2 weeks ago with that Virgin Atlantic launch, if this one's during it, because it's in China now, I believe, or Taiwan or somewhere. I forgot where it's at now. That's how much I follow this, right? But depends on when she's going to be on. I may come on and do a live stream with that. And the only reason I'm going to do that is because she's from the nearby town that I live in, and I've lived in that nearby town for like 20 years. I moved up to this part of the world about 20 something years ago, and left the town that I was born and raised in when I was like 19 or 20 years old and moved up here. So, but she went to the local high school here, and she's kind of, and I've seen her and I've seen all that stuff, but I didn't know that she was from here where I'm at. So I may, if depending on what time she's on or whatnot, if I don't get in trouble for live streaming and watching it, we may do one of those deals here. Uh, what did you say, Devin? I heard Nvidia. Oh, yeah, they're dropping some and change the subject now. Yeah, Nvidia is dropping support for a lot of this stuff. So anyway, I just figured I'd bring that up. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I thank everybody for watching again. Uh, be kind to each other. I will see you next week, sometime next week with something, whether it's this or that or the other. So anyway,